All right, and we're back in the attic. We're here with the regular crew plus Sandy.
That's right.
Mhm.
I'm here once again.
And I'm back from last week.
Oh,
And
Happy Hunger Games.
I'm
May
here
the
again.
odds be ever in your favor.
Christ, that's why he was practicing that.
Yeah.
He said that like 10
And
times
he
before.
couldn't get it right. He's like, odds and
I
something.
volunteer as tribute.
May the evens be in your favor. Damn it.
May the prime numbers be with. Oh,
the prime numbers.
May the factors be in your... That sounds kind of actually correct.
is it Hunger Games happy games? No, wait.
The
I don't
happy.
I tribute as volunteer. No,
the happy,
damn it.
The Happy Duck games.
Danny, what are we talking about tonight, Danny?
Well, tonight we're talking about the season finale of season 2 of The Walking Dead.
Season finale of season 2
of The Walking Dead.
of the second season
Of the part 2.
Oh, first
of
off,
the season that is
the Attic Podcast
second
is brought to you
season.
by Schweppes.
Schweppes. Diet Schweppes.
Please change your flavor back.
And the Audible
Thank you.
Duck.
And bring us grape.
All right. So then we're also going to be talking about The Walking Dead game, which we've seen a bit of.
The refresh maker.
And then
That's a good way to do it, though. To have that, like... That's good.
Oh,
right.
sorry, go ahead, Danny.
So yeah, Walking Dead game. We're talking about that. We're going to talk about the Hunger Games movie, which
I don't like the
majority of us
Xbox
saw.
there. All I see is his eyes peeking up.
Because we're locked back here
There's an
behind us.
Xbox in the way. All right.
Oh, that's much better.
All right, so yeah, we're talking about the highest grossing non-sequel opening weekend movie of all time.
The sequels didn't beat
Hunger
it by
Games.
very much, though.
I know it could end up being the highest opening weekend of any movie ever.
Could after tonight.
What
never
counts
know.
as the opening? Is it Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Yes.
Yeah. Well,
So how do they count today?
sometimes they include Thursday
What are you
night.
talking about?
Sunday's the weekend, brother.
Well, I read the article and it said like 155, and it's not that, Sunday's not over.
Yeah.
So
Right.
release another number.
It's not the actual number. They guess. They estimate what it's going to be. This is
Oh,
an estimate. So this isn't
So they're
entirely
lying
official.
to us.
Yes, they always lie.
Oh, I know. Now I understand.
They lie because
Yeah, it's Thursday at midnight to Sunday.
And they lie because they said John Connor only made 50 million, where it made 100 million overseas. So it makes it look worse than what it actually is, because people really wanted to stick to John
Oh,
Carter.
Jesus. Still defending
Yeah.
John
I know.
Carter.
People really
Once-
wanted to stick it to
once
They hate
again.
it so much.
Oh, they did. Before John Carter even came out, people were like, "Yeah, they're sharpening the knives." I'm just telling you,
Sharp.
people were biased against John Carter.
Like you with the Walking Dead game?
No, I played previous Telltale games, so I have a good idea of what's coming. All right. All right, and then we're talking about The Legend of Korra, which is the sequel series to Avatar: The Last Airbender on Nickelodeon. The first 2 episodes premiered online before their April 14th premiere, so we're going to talk about that first
I'm
episode.
kind
a
of
little
bummed
bit.
out about that. So now I have to go that long before I can see another
All right,
episode.
so positive spin
I'm not
after that
bummed out
one.
about that.
You
Me
what?
either.
You what?
He doesn't watch cartoons, so whatever.
You should watch
Cartoons.
This is a good show. It's good.
Hmm.
It's good. It's
Hmm.
good.
Yeah.
It's good.
I watched it on my iPad.
Ooh, and then we're going to
Which
talk
you are
about,
currently viewing us from now. Hi.
and then we're going to talk about Mass Effect 3.
Charlie always wears sunglasses inside.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I wear
so-
my sunglasses at night, not during the day.
Yeah, so if you also look us up, we have a YouTube page now where you can watch
That's
us
a
record
YouTube
this
channel.
stupid
YouTube channel.
page channel. I don't know. With
Subscribe.
all the
You
various
can
social
subscribe.
networks.
Yeah, we got 2
Who knows?
subscribers.
Tune in to our
I'm one of 'em.
channel.
I know he's one, but who's is like Batman
Did you
something?
Batman?
Batman.
Batman subscribes to us? That's awesome.
I forget what
We
it is.
talk
Yeah,
about him
hold on, I'll
enough,
find
I
out what
guess.
it is. I got an email for it.
All right. And then we're going to finish out with some Mass Effect 3
And
talk
I
with Charlie
swear-
and
Yeah,
Sandy.
wait, what did you put the email under? Oh, the actual, what's the email for that?
It's under my Gmail account.
What? Attic Podcast has its own email account.
You have to have I don't know, because you have to have a Gmail account.
Yeah,
You
YouTube is
Yeah.
like...
Yeah,
No, you don't.
You
No,
do
you
now.
don't.
It's under the same umbrella now.
can't-
The
whatever.
Same thing.
Attic Podcast email changed anyways too. So
If
and
you
our
already,
Facebook
if you
changed
already
too.
had a Gmail account,
Facebook
then-
changed?
yeah, our Facebook's changed.
Why?
I'll tell you guys later.
Okay.
I don't care.
I know why.
All right.
Do you?
So
Oh yeah, you do.
let's talk about The Walking Dead
Let's talk about sex,
series
baby.
finale. Come on, what do you think?
Awesome episode.
Really?
Yep.
All right. I thought it was mediocre episode.
What was your problem with it?
I hate everybody on that show now. I'm just so ambivalent towards.
I don't
everyone on
know.
the
Like
show. I
Danny
don't
does
like
this for
anyone.
everything. Like he starts out like like, oh, you guys all gotta watch this show,
I
and then he turns on it.
He likes
He's
to
just
lure
like a
us in.
zombie,
No,
man. He's
this-
just turning.
This is not true, actually.
What name one show that he hasn't
Community.
turned?
Community.
For
Yeah,
a fact,
I'm gonna
Community.
turn on Community because we didn't write that down, but we're gonna talk about that. That episode sucked as well.
It didn't suck. It just
Dude,
wasn't
have you
very
watched
good.
any other Community episodes, though?
I watched the most recent too. Have you?
No, he
No.
hasn't.
But, like, have you watched any other ones?
Everything before the break was really good. These ones have been sort of hit and miss.
Have
But
you
we'll-
watched
we'll
any
get
other
into that.
ones?
No.
We're talking
No.
about The Walking
That's
Dead.
your
though.
problem. They're not going to be good.
Why? Why not? Season 2 of The Walking Dead was better.
Yes.
But you've watched all, like, with Community, they are characters that you have to grow to understand.
yeah.
They'll have their own, like, story arc.
like
Oh,
the,
sorry,
the
excuse me.
end
It was
part-
Pat's fan.
Pat's fan?
Yeah.
It's not me.
You mixed up Batman.
Yeah,
and Pat's
I did. I'm sorry, guys.
It's just Lexia.
It is. I like Batman better. Someone
And
with
Robin.
someone with the Batman name, please subscribe. All right, sorry, Danny.
I'll make a Batman name and then subscribe.
Maybe
How about
Batman
that?
is a Pats fan.
Hey, did you ever
Still
get
could be
your
Batman.
Batman comic working on your iPad?
Yes, I did.
Okay, because
You
I
listen
totally
to-
broke it.
If you listen to last week's episode,
He
you
did
would've-
totally broke it. Like every time I tried to load up my second issue of Batman, I click on it and it just crashed.
Wait,
it.
Batman or Batman and Robin?
Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
The last issue this week was great.
I'm behind.
Actually, it
I
was
read
2 weeks ago.
I read one more issue of Justice League.
Oh, so you're on 4?
Yeah.
All right.
But no, I figured out how to do. All you had to do is I reloaded Batman 1. When you go all the way to the end, it brings up the next, like, it suggests a comic and it brings up the next issue. And I just clicked on read and then it worked.
Hmm.
Does it work every time now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now you can just click on it fine. I
Does it
don't
still ask you to, like, update the...
No.
Good.
It doesn't.
I said it did. It just asked him to update the firmware. It just asked him to update the comic book itself, not even like the app. And when I hit yes, and it just crashed, and it wouldn't work.
Well, that's weird for Apple stuff, right? They don't crash. But who
Yes, it
cares?
does. Dude.
That's not Apple's.
It's not Apple
that's
stuff
DC's.
anyway. Yeah.
That's DC's app.
Yeah, but it's running through Apple software.
It's DC's app. I read the reviews on
Yeah.
it. It happens. Like everyone said, do not update.
It's all on the app itself.
what?
It's not on what it's running on.
Yeah, no, but
What?
if it's running through Apple processing thing, Apple chooses what they put on their app store. So if they know there's a problem, generally they don't put stuff that's broken on their app store. Generally,
Yeah, but it's because it wasn't broken originally. Is when they did the update.
all right, yeah,
it
but
became broken.
but still,
It's
Apple
not
would know
Apple,
about
though.
the firmware update. They would,
Dude, it happens. No,
the firmware update has to go through Apple. It has to be certified, just like Xbox Live.
That's fine, but it happens with a ton of apps. I've had so many apps
All
crash
right,
on
well,
me.
that just goes to show you, Apple is losing its.
No, it's
Shine.
not.
This is coming from a
Still
person who doesn't own
far
one smart
outweighs the
device.
Android market.
Nobody cares about. No one cares about phones. Just
Yes, they
talking
do.
in general.
This was an
Apple stuff
iPad.
doesn't crash.
We weren't talking phones,
It's a
Danny.
computer.
It's not.
The
Apple
iPad's a
things don't
computer.
crash. I
It's
agree.
a tablet
But it
computer.
did crash.
No, the tablet itself
Program on it
didn't.
crash.
They-
Whatever. Okay, fine. The actual system didn't crash.
Talk
Fine,
about The
we get
Walking
that.
Dead.
All right,
how much you
Walking
hated it.
Dead.
All right, The Walking Dead.
So what was your issue again?
I don't know. I just don't.
You don't like
care
the
about
cast
any
on
of
the
it.
See,
people.
for him, The Walking Dead is much like a tablet computer from Apple, where it's lost its shine.
Yeah, it's not shiny anymore. No, I thought the pilot is one of the best television pilots
Oh, we
since
always go back to the
Lost, all
pilot.
right? So it's really good. And
What
then
about the,
just,
The
just
pilot.
generally
What about the Boardwalk Empire pilot?
not as good as Lost or Awake or the,
Awake pilot's awesome.
Or
I didn't think
agree.
the
Walking Dead pilot.
I don't know why we were talking about Boardwalk, but I didn't think that pilot was very good.
Yeah,
Okay.
it wasn't a good pilot. I didn't like Boardwalk Empire to the 5th episode, and that was
Yeah,
like,
'cause, like-
yeah, this is great.
Yeah,
Oh, so this is another TV show where he didn't like it at first and then grew to like it.
yeah,
not
but
the
then
other
he's
way
gonna
around.
grow to hate it by this next season.
I don't know the way they finished season 2, great stuff, and
It was
the
fa-
way
it was
what they're setting up,
fantastic.
it's even better. Like I
When's that coming back?
Never.
a year.
Oh God.
And I did, and I liked
Sweet
Mad Men from the
Jesus.
beginning, but I didn't really like the finale to last season's Mad Men. So there you go.
What about the Breaking Bad pilot?
Breaking Bad pilot's okay. It's good.
All right, let's stay focused on
All
our
right,
task
yeah.
at
So
hand.
so basically, they have things that just keep reoccurring. Like Lori loses Carl again, which constantly keeps happening. It's just a never.
I don't know. I
It's
don't
like
know.
their only storyline they
Yeah.
have.
I don't
It's
know.
like this kid
Kids
needs-
are
We don't really
lost.
have anything this
Why
week.
don't you just put him on
get Carl
one of
lost.
those kid leashes.
I don't know if he gets lost. I think he just like.
He disappears.
Like
He
Yeah,
anytime
yeah,
they
like
need a
she
filler
thinks he's
episode to carry over to
upstairs.
the next episode, like
all right,
Carl
I'm
needs
just
to be
gonna
lost.
talk and hey.
Charlie,
Hey,
you were just
dude, grow a
yelling.
dick.
No one had any idea what you're saying, Charlie, because you're just yelling. All right, what were you saying, Kim?
Loud noises, yell. Go.
I just think he was upstairs and like he just walks away. Like,
yeah, but like you think that people would be paying
Oh
attention
yeah, you
'cause
think
it's a zombie
by this point in
apocalypse.
time, you think they would like be like, "Whoa, where's Carl?" going?"
They think he can handle himself, though, right?
Well, yeah. You ever
So,
watch
like-
Rugrats? You'd think they'd watch the kids.
It's
Those
not a
kids,
zombie
like,
apocalypse in
will, like,
Rugrats,
those
though.
kids like leave
What
like
Did they do
Rugrats
an
are you
episode?
watching?
I don't know.
No, they never.
Dude,
they
Rugrats
did-
end up in Paris sometimes. Okay.
Rugrats did an end of the world episode where they all hid out, and then like the parents disappeared, and like Angelica tried to put a swimming pool in the middle of the living room, and then she was like, "Oh, more people survived than I thought." When Stu and Grandpa showed up, but that's irrelevant. So yeah, they keep losing Carl. Lori is just constantly the most annoying person ever. Everyone's all mad at Rick, even though he like saved like almost all of
Rick
them.
really turned at the end though. He kind of
Yeah.
like he
They
went
make-
crazy a little
They
bit.
make Rick seem like he's completely insane for killing Shane, a
Yeah.
person who almost tried to kill him, and he was just defending himself. And Rick never bothers to say, "Hey, Shane was about to shoot me, and then I stabbed him." He's like, he let me out there, so then I shot him and killed him. Like he doesn't explain, that Shane, me and him were like locked in guns, and like I barely survived with my life. He's just like, "Yeah, I saw him there, but I killed my best friend through you people." He doesn't say. He doesn't explain it well. That he
Andy
does
doesn't
explain-
tell him that Lori's having Shane's baby.
We don't know who the child is. All right. And also, Lori in the previous episode, not the previous one, but the one before that, was telling Rick, "You got to get rid of Shane. He's crazy." Like,
Yeah,
Lady
I know.
Macbeth. And then she gets all mad when
She
he
does.
kills Shane.
I don't
It's
understand
like,
it.
It makes no sense. Like you could say, all right, she's upset that
Yeah.
Carl had to kill the zombie Shane, but that's not why she's upset. She's like scared of him almost, and just like runs away from him.
Maybe she's just upset because
She's upset. She's upset because she is one
Yeah,
of the
but-
worst written characters ever.
yeah, but maybe she didn't want Shane to die. She just wanted him to be out of the group.
Then why is she like pretty much whispering in his ear, "Kill him, kill him"? Like, all right, she doesn't have the guts to kill him. She wants to get rid of him, but then she keeps going back to Shane, saying, "Shane, come back! I don't want you to leave. I don't want you to leave." After Shane tried to rape her, also in the CDC, and then she's like, "No, keep Shane around. I still want you here." She almost got raped by somebody, and then she's continually wanting this person around. It makes no sense. It's one of the worst written characters.
Women.
No, it's not even a woman thing. It's awful how they just destroy
he's
every
heated.
woman character in this show. It's just
Look at him
one
starting
of
to
the
get
worst
flushed in
things.
the face.
Because it's really bad.
They are. This is a show sexist.
And
Because
it
they
seems
ruin
like
every
that.
female character.
I question how many female writers are on the staff, because I think there's only one, and they're just getting shut down by Glenn Mazzara, who did the last final seasons of The Shield, which aren't as good as the beginning ones. So they've got a bad guy there. They got Robert Kirkman, whose writing isn't always the best. I mean, in the Walking Dead comic, it works a little better, but he's always very, like, I don't know, cliched in how he shows characters and stuff. But the art in The Walking Dead is so good, and that's what makes the show better. And then also Carol was completely awful too, because she has no backbone throughout the entire episode.
No.
The only time she gets a backbone is to tell Daryl, "Hey Daryl, you should lead. Why are you following this guy Rick?" And Daryl's like, "No, Rick's honorable. I'll follow him." And everyone's all mad because he didn't tell them that possibly you were all infected with the zombie thing.
Yeah,
Like,
because
it's
I think
just-
that's for the best. Because like people couldn't start freaking out.
Yeah,
at
they would
that
freak
point.
out.
Yeah.
and then that would just
Yeah.
just destroy the group, because everyone would be like, "Oh, we're all zombies" and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what make this show good? They stuck with the book.
No, not even that. You can't follow the book completely. Like
No, I didn't mean follow the book completely, but like it just seems like the only thing they took from the book were the characters and the setting, and like it just
because like
left
I said,
everything else out
they
the door.
changed characters, and they followed certain plot lines. They've kept it, but they've completely changed characters, and that's what I hate. I mean, you can change characters for the better, but I don't think in like Andrea's case also. Andrea's really good, and then they made her seem weaker by wanting to kill herself, and then also very impulsive because she has sex with Shane, who's nuts and stuff.
I'm trying to relieve some stress.
All right,
Yeah, you know,
All
in
right,
these
fine.
hard times.
You don't.
Hard
you don't,
times.
You don't know how many hookups you're gonna be able to have. You know.
It's true. And how many guys look as nice as
He's pre-
what's the guy's
I'm
name?
not gonna say.
Bernenthal. I forget his first
I'm
name.
not gonna judge how the guy
Sean
looks.
Bernenthal. I forget the actor's name.
I liked at the end though. That end, seeing when what's her name?
Oh, Michonne showed up.
Yeah,
With the
that was
machete?
fucking awesome.
That was pretty cool.
That was
Yeah.
fucking awesome. I can't wait to see
That
how
was
that plays
good.
out.
That was good. Just
Who's
like
playing her? Do you know?
somebody from Treme, the show on HBO, which is a bunch
John
of actors.
Goodman.
No, John Goodman's barely in Treme. All right,
He's in it.
he's in it a little bit. It's
Yeah, I have to tell people. You have to sell Treme to people.
it's
You're gonna
David.
tell them John
it's-
Goodman.
I'll sell it.
They're
David
gonna
Simon.
go. I loved Roseanne, and they're gonna go watch it.
David Simon, the creator of The Wire, is the creator of Treme. Does that?
Roseanne's
No,
not that
you
good a show.
you're too cult with things. You got to be more.
My job is not to sell these crazy masses who are flocking to The Walking Dead, even as I think the show deteriorates.
Oh, they love it. All I
Yeah,
see on
but-
Facebook every Sunday is Walking Dead is the greatest thing I've ever watched. in
Wait,
my
There is
entire
a lot
life.
of Facebook
What do you read?
buzz.
John Lester's post.
Him too. He's bad.
Yeah, but
Sarah.
but from the the season break on from the second season, it
got
was better.
It did get better. I'll agree to that. And they're at a good point right now where they can sort of fix what they did. Just kill off a couple characters who I still hate.
Yeah,
Like
Who do you
I
want
feel
left
like-
to kill off? Lori,
Lori,
T-Dog.
Carol, T-Dog.
Oh, Carol's
I
useless.
feel like they
Uh,
can't. They feel like they can't kill T-Dog because he hasn't done anything.
It's like a running joke.
Yeah, it would be
It's
like,
a running
why
joke.
did if they kill him now, then everyone will be like, why did they even bring him in? Like,
Well, they at least have another black actor in there, so possibly they're gonna kill him now. It's like, well, we've got our token black lady now. Kill. What's his face?
what was this motion?
That's the machete thing.
Oh, I just want to make sure that wasn't a whip.
Yeah, I made a machete motion.
What's on
But
camera?
What would you
Or a
what'd you
motion.
like
Everyone
about the
make a whip
episode
motion
though?
this way.
I just like the chaos of it.
That was pretty good, but my
And
my
the barn
question,
burning down. That was good.
the barn burning down
The
was
part
really
that I
good.
didn't
That was
understand,
good.
like when he drove over the RV to save Rick and them.
Oh, and
As soon as they jumped, why wouldn't you go?
I know
The guy waited and they came through the door and killed him.
that guy was how he died.
What was his? That's
Jim. My mom actually remembered the guy's name, and I
Yeah.
had no idea who he was.
that's like the brother from
Yeah. No, he's the suicidal lady's boyfriend, I think.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I thought that was the Asian kid.
No, she wasn't suicidal. That was.
She's just emo.
Oh, is that who that guy was?
I don't know.
Bob.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Jim.
Jim.
Yeah.
How did she know his name?
Jim Nehart.
I don't know how my mom remembered his name. I think they said it once in the entire series.
He's like hardly
Jim
in
the
it.
Anvil
Yeah.
Nehart.
Oh, and then they also
No?
killed
Okay.
they killed another character, Patricia, who I couldn't tell if it was
Heart
Patricia
Foundation.
or the suicide lady. I couldn't tell that. Like,
It
could
was
you-
pretty obvious.
I was confused.
I
was
wasn't
like,
obvious.
which one?
It grabbed her. Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, but they're both blonde, and I didn't know which one was which.
Yeah. Which one did you rather go?
I don't know. Who are they?
Well, one we know the backstory. She had the suicide. That's about it, though.
Yeah, I don't think I want that around though for the rest of the
You don't think so?
next season.
The gray cloud hanging over.
Yeah, I don't want the Eeyore following everybody around.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was a good episode. I'm excited for the next season though. With the
Yeah, there's a lot of potential for the season coming
Yeah.
up. And that they've cast the governor, so we know the governor. He's a big character in the comic, so we know he's going to show up sometime during the season.
Is the casting anyone in important?
Yes,
or-
Morrissey from the Smiths and
Oh,
Wow.
Morrissey fame.
They should have done Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds.
No,
Would've been
Burt
a good
Reynolds is
fit.
too old for that.
I feel like Governor should be old.
Morrissey's kind of old. I mean, not as old as Burt Reynolds.
No one's as old as Burt Reynolds.
Betty White.
Wow. Betty White.
Betty White's the governor.
That would be great, actually.
I wonder if they're gonna have like
People
just
love her.
cameos of people because everybody loves The Walking Dead. I wonder if they'll just throw in like
Oh, start doing
star
cameo
for, like,
zombies.
zombie, yeah.
That'd be great.
Like,
Well,
it's
I don't
Jay
know.
Leno zombie.
That
Like
would be
in
funny,
Dawn of
but
the
kind of
Dead.
campy too at the same
Oh,
time.
that would totally take away from what the
Yeah.
TV show's trying to do.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, not Jay Leno, but somebody.
Some
A
zombie
Jay
out
Leno
there with
zombie?
a huge
That
chin.
would be
Jay Leno's already a zombie. He's
Whoa,
got no soul.
Whoa.
a Larry King zombie.
He just died. That's too soon. No, Larry King's still
Larry
alive.
King didn't die.
I
just
thought he
looks
was
dead.
dead. I don't know. Yeah.
He looked dead in his final episodes.
So do a quick look. What did you guys think of the game, though? The trailer for the
You
game,
know,
the Walking
I've seen
Dead
some
game.
things, and I could care less, really.
Careless. Danny?
I played previous Telltale games, and I thought Back to the Future was pretty good, even though I've only beat like a little bit of episode 1. But I thought that worked fine, just because it was sort of a seemed like a better adventure game type thing. Like you're just like combining things like in adventure games and just looking around things and having people talk, like characters you care about. But in the Walking Dead game, I mean, it's like none of the characters from the show, so it's a completely new story. So, I mean, it doesn't really entice me that way. And also, from what we've seen, it just doesn't look like it's really that interesting to me. So
I like the part where he's putting the radio together. That woman can't put the batteries in the radio, and she's like, "Here, help me." And you just have to click on the radio like 17 times, like to put the batteries in.
yeah,
I like the look
It
of it.
just seems like I'd be bored with it. You know, I'm just walking around. I'm gonna click this. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna click this. All right, cool. Now I'm gonna click this.
It's a big
Well,
difference
that's
in
all
jogging
adventure
through.
games. You just click things.
It's a big difference between looking
It's
through.
basically point and click adventures.
But I think point and click games, they work better for comedy. Comedy works better in a point and click adventure, I think, because you know you click on something and something goofy happens. But like if you're trying to be serious, like you click on something, someone's like, "That's a picture of my mother dead." It's just like so dour, and it's like, why did I want to click on that and find out about your horrible life?
Gives you some backstory. I like the way it looks though, the
But it's
comic
horrible.
bookish.
Yeah, it does.
It looks relatively comic book. I don't think it would look that.
It looks the
comic
same as the Darkness.
No, it doesn't.
No.
You don't think so?
No, not at all.
Why not?
It
you?
looked like a comic book.
What do you think? The Darkness looks more like a comic book?
Yeah, darkness has better shadows around the edges of the
Yeah, but
characters.
that
This
scene
one-
that we
this
saw
one-
was kind of bad because they're stuck in that room that's already dark lit.
Yeah, but everybody just has like that plasticine look that's like in the Jurassic Park game that Telltale made. And like their faces just look computer animated. You can tell they're in this uncanny valley where it's not cartoon enough, but it's not real enough, and it just looks weird.
Yeah, I don't know. If it's cheap, I might check it out.
Well, I think it's
There's a demo. I might check it out.
There's always a demo on Xbox Live.
If one of you check it out,
Yeah, I mean, I'll
I might
definitely
go to
play
your
the
house and
demo
check
of
it
it.
out.
If Kimball gets it, well, I'll definitely check it out.
Like I said, I haven't beat the Back to the Future games, so I'm probably not going to play it.
All right, moving on.
Yeah, moving on to the main event, I guess, right? The Hunger
Oh,
Games,
the main
based on
event.
The
the
Hunger Games.
Susan Collins novel, directed by Gary Ross of Seabiscuit fame.
It's directed by Seabiscuit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Seabiscuit.
Penelope
directed
Cruz.
it.
Family Guy reference.
All right, so Sandy didn't see it because Sandy's not. He doesn't want to be a part of the phenomenon.
No,
Well,
No,
it's
Sandy
just
just-
two. It's like 2.5 hours, and
2.5, 2 hours.
2.5 hours.
2.5 hours.
I don't understand your lingo.
I don't speak well. I wasn't on last week.
I wasn't on.
Well,
I haven't
lost
had
my
time to
ability to
stretch out
talk.
my lungs, my
But
larynx.
I don't know. It's a long movie, and
It doesn't seem that long though.
I felt. No, I don't say anything dragged because there's certain. I liked
didn't
how
drag.
I liked how it was
You think it
paced,
did?
And then
No, I don't
Then
think it
sort
did.
towards the end, I felt like it happened really quick. Like
The
what
end?
happened. Yeah,
Like in the whole Hunger Games.
yeah, like
scene?
in the actual arena,
the game,
like
the arena.
yeah, like that.
like it should have
like
been
it was
longer.
quick. Yeah, because in the book, like the part where
They left some stuff out, from what I understand.
not that much. I mean, they just
Well, those dog things.
quicken the pace.
The
Well, it's a
dog
book.
things
I mean,
were
you
supposed to
can't-
be fallen characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
He-
I think that would have been that would have been nice to have.
that
in
would
there.
have. I think that would have added something to it. I really do.
Yeah, because that's more the science fiction aspect of it, like that they splice like the actual tributes from the Hunger Games and splice them with like these animal things that are about to rip you to shreds.
Yeah.
and that's one thing the PG-13 thing kind of ruined, the fact that they like there's an initial scene where they're all like running to get the equipment to fight in the games, so like people are dying left and right, but it's very quick shaky hand with a lot of
I
jump
hate
cuts.
shaky cam. Why did they do any shaky cam?
Because they had to do jump cuts to deal with the fact that they can't show really blood at all.
That was
'cause it's
just awful,
PG-13.
though. That's why they did it. You think?
What is this?
I know that's why they did it.
Is this movie
Oh,
like
he knows.
marketed
That's why he
towards
did it.
like
It's marketed
teenage
towards-
audience?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, it's,
definitely,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's based on bestseller young adult novels. So
No.
yes, they're going for the PG-13
But
audience.
they don't have to.
I think
What's the problem I had with it?
that's why it wouldn't have made as much money if it was an R-rated.
How much?
No,
how
it
much
wouldn't
less
have.
do you think it would have made?
A lot.
A lot less. Yeah.
Think
I mean,
so.
just being in the theater today, it would have been like empty.
Yeah, because there was a lot of people who brought their kids, and they wouldn't have brought their kids.
Yeah.
had
Why?
they
You don't think
known
they
it
would
was
brought
that
their
violent.
kids?
Not to an R-rated movie. No.
I would. I'd bring my kids to an R-rated movie.
All
Would
right,
you
that's
bring
why
a
you're not a
9
parent.
Would you
and
bring a
you're gonna be an awful
9-year-old to a
parent, yeah.
bloody R-rated movie about
They're not bringing
children
like
killing
13
Yeah,
or
but-
14-year-old
But it's
kids.
It's not like a fucking like super gory movie.
No, I'm saying if it was R.
Yeah, but if it was R, like I think they could like it's not like the whole movie's all gore, you know.
Dude, that's the huge draw of it is the kids fighting kids.
I'm
and
not
that's
disputing that's a
aspect
huge
of it.
draw of it, but I'm not saying it's not like watching fucking Gladiator where people are just constantly getting slashed.
That's what it should have been like. It should have been like
I have a
Gladiator.
question. In the movie, you saw maybe like 3 of the deaths. Most of the deaths is just you'd hear the cannon in the background, and then
Yeah.
you'd be like, oh. In
Oh,
the book, did they describe almost every death? Or?
No. It was everything is from Katniss' perspective in the book.
Okay.
But that actually means something though when you just hear it in the background and you know someone died in that
No,
way.
I
And it
agree
can
with that. I was
it
just
can
curious
build
to
tension
know,
that
yeah.
way. But at the beginning they show her she's talking about like all the people who are just getting murdered and like people's
Because that black
Splice.
kid didn't die by the dogs in the book.
No, he didn't. He died from Kato, I think was the guy's name.
Yeah, it is Kato.
Yep.
It would have been.
But that was
Mortal
off screen
Kombat?
too that you didn't know about.
Huh?
That was
the
off screen too. The guy. Kato
Yeah.
Killing
But
black
that-
guy. Not Mortal
by the
Kombat.
way, you are assuming
Assuming what?
that he was killed by the dogs.
you heard the guy yell, and then you heard
Your
dogs, barking.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
And
really hear
then
the dogs
people ran
barking.
by.
Yeah, I'm not assuming nothing.
Could've been
It's
a
fairly
coincidence.
obvious.
Yeah.
Why didn't they show it? I agree. I would have made it better.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. I think they should have got rid of shaky cam. Plus, too, I think shaky cams is so much worse on a large screen.
no, but it's not really that
No.
shaky cam. It's not.
It's not
awful.
shaky cam. It's not. I think because when I think shaky cam, I think like Cloverfield, where it's like
Oh,
a hand cam
Yeah,
type
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's
Well,
Yeah, but-
this is a hand cam thing.
Oh, is it like a? Is it?
It's like the Bourne movie, Bourne Ultimatum.
Oh,
They shot a lot of it like that, like
That-
free flowing cam, and also Friday Night Lights shoots in that style.
I
too.
don't like that style.
I think that style can work a lot of the time.
I think
I
that
don't like it when it's a whole movie. When it's 2 hours of shaky cam, it's okay when they do it in little spurts, like 'cause there's an action scene and like
yeah, but
kind of gets a little shake. Like it doesn't hurt anything.
the scenes that they did it for, it ruins it for me.
No, but I don't. Like I'm saying, I don't think they could have.
I understand why
they-
you're saying they did
couldn't
it
have
because
they couldn't have the impact.
right. I understand that, but I think there has to be another way to do
No,
it.
there isn't.
No, it has to be.
I don't.
They could have just
how
stayed
you-
focused on her, like they
And what? And then just like
they see
And
like
then like pan over to her after
just
she
like
already had
cut, just like cut like that. Like if
No,
you,
they
if
pan-
you,
like
if
they
you just
pan to
cut-
her
if
running-
You kill a guy and then you
What?
cut quick. Like it ruins the whole flow of the shot if you do it that way.
how did it not ruin the flow of the shot with the camera going like?
Because
How is
it-
that not ruining the shot?
because
Because
it's
the flow
chaos.
of
It
it
helps you
is
feel the chaos.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't
You're
know.
What's
feeling
going
the
on?
chaos that you know
I
what's
don't
going
feel
on.
the chaos by that. I feel like I'm gonna throw up because of that.
Because think about it, like
How
with
close were you to the
'cause
screen?
I was
is what I'm
fucking like
asking.
2 feet away.
But think about it. Anytime she used the arrow, you never saw really shaky cam
Yeah,
because
like,
it was always she was
they-
always
they
still.
shot it
So
more.
it
yeah,
helped
but plus
the
too,
scene,
whatever
like, it
she
didn't-
was killing was like that far away. It was a little bit blurred out because the distance had to do a factor with it.
So you didn't like the cinematography at all, really? That was a big.
That was my
main.
main
I did.
problem.
I thought it was really good. I thought they did
other
a really
than
good job.
that part with the camera, I loved it.
Oh really? All right.
Other than that, I thought it was fantastic.
So it's just in
and
the,
I was trying to
in the
recall
Hunger
back,
Games,
'cause-
right? The shooting. You didn't like the shooting in the Hunger Games. How they shot that.
The
So
way? The way?
The shaky cam in the Hunger Games.
No,
You
I didn't like that. No.
That was, but other than that, the handheld camera work throughout the rest of the movie was pretty good, though. Right?
Yeah, because it's fairly stationary.
Yeah.
It wasn't that bad.
All right.
So do you not like the Bourne movies?
I do like. I see. Like. I think it just goes back to them because I never saw the Bourne movies in the movie theater. I just think being on such a large screen also makes it worse.
Oh, I think
I
I
don't know,
think
it
it
didn't
makes
bother
it
me
better
at
a
all.
little bit.
Huh?
I think it makes it better if they shoot it correctly on a large screen like that.
I think it makes it worse on a
but
large
it's not.
screen.
It's not like someone's first person view. This
No,
shaky
it's
cam.
not.
Oh.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's not
no,
someone
no.
holding a camera. It's the camera filming it that
Okay.
way.
Like when they don't know what they're doing and they look down and like it's like
But the thing,
it's like
there's
shaky,
cameras
but it's
everywhere.
like following Jennifer Lawrence where she's going. You know.
Yeah.
But it's like you.
Are there like
It's you
explosions
following-
or a lot
Yeah,
of movement?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's one scene where since it's a televised event, we didn't really go into what the whole.
I know you didn't really describe it.
All right,
yeah.
all right.
This is kind of backwards.
All right,
now,
here we
but-
go.
All right, do you want to explain it?
No.
All right. So basically, there's this city, the capital, and then it's pretty much post-apocalyptic America, and there's this capital, and then it's got 12 districts, originally 13, which they didn't really go into the book. And
That has nothing to do. You don't even know that in the movie. So
Yeah, you do, because one of the 13 districts rebelled. So, and then all the districts rebelled. So now, in penance, every
I didn't hear
district
him say
has to.
13
That's right at the
sorry.
beginning. It's one of the districts rebelled. They didn't tell you that they completely wiped out 13. So every year they have to give a male and a female, 12 to 18, to the Hunger Games, and one person comes out alive. So they do that to just keep the districts in line. But the reason why no one openly rebels is because they have the hope that one person will survive from the district. So they sort of go along with that. And they're oppressed people, and like, so they're downtrodden. So they're not really going to rebel.
yeah,
And
and,
they
and
gotta-
actually, you could tell that there's districts that like hate it, and then they don't really go into detail about it, but they say that a few of the districts, Woody Harrelson points out that a few of the
He's
districts,
really good in the movie.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, Woody was great. Yeah.
that a few of the districts actually train them from the time they're born to the time they're 18.
Yeah, like
for it.
Cato's district
Yeah.
trained him.
Yeah,
What
it's
is the-
It's like the first two districts,
1 and 2, because they're closer.
It goes
to
by
the
number
capital.
too, like the first, from District 1 to 12. The higher your number, like the worse off the area is.
Before we get too far away, what is Woody? Not Woody. Woody.
Woody
he's
Harrelson-
from District 12,
Yeah, he's a
and
former
he's one of the
winner.
he's a previous winner of that district, and he's
Oh.
there to train the two from that
So
district.
if you win the games, you're free, though, right? You
Yeah,
just
you're
go-
Yeah,
good to
you're
go.
go
free,
home.
but the government still has control over you because it is a oppressive regime who is always constantly watching
But you get kind of taken
right.
care of, isn't that what they said?
Yeah,
I mean, it's not life's
you
not
get a
going
lot
to
of
be much
money.
better, but like it's gonna.
you get a lot of money and stuff, and you're kind of thought well within your district, and your district actually gets a lot of extra like supplies and stuff if you win. So if
Is
you
it-
win,
I
they give
just-
you parcels and stuff.
I have a question because this is so yeah. So I have a question. Since you read the books, did in the books it go into any detail about the districts?
Not so much in the first one. You find out sort of what certain districts do. I mean, the closer districts have easier jobs. Like District 11 is like a farming district.
All right. So what about with like the the second and third books? How in depth do you get about each
you
district?
get a little more because you meet some characters from the other districts, and you have more time to like spend with them.
I don't know, because I thought personally it would have added something if I knew about the districts.
What do you really
And
need
then-
to know about the
Then
districts?
it would have been a
though?
3-hour movie.
It's
Yeah.
true. I mean, it would have been tough to do it, but
I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, yeah, they have these 12 districts, right?
Yeah.
And I understand that they have to pick these kids to battle just because so they don't have war.
Yeah.
But I don't understand how did these people get segregated out of the rich people into these districts?
Well, because originally there was the apocalypse or whatever that happened. So
Yeah.
then the capital has all this power, and those people in the capital have always lived there. So they're the people who actually are in charge. They're like the ruling upper class, pretty much.
Right.
And then all these other people are the Morlocks from like Time Machine. They're downtrodden and just like
So these are
controlled.
like all
They're
people
slaves.
who
They're
were
pretty much
out
slaves.
Oh,
yeah.
all right. So that were outside the capital.
Yeah, and they're pretty much enslaved to bring all these goods to the rich people in the capital. So that's why in the Hunger Games you can get sponsored by rich people within the capitals, because for them it's all like a happy game type thing, and then the other people are pretty much gladiators.
so
almost.
they-
Is this like an alternative Earth, or
yes,
is it like a?
yes, it's,
Yeah.
well, it's a future. It's a possible future. You
Oh,
know, if
future.
war happened, and then like this chosen few of rich people
yeah.
just
I think
controlled
alternative
everything.
Earth is a good word for it.
Well, I did-
Alternative timeline. whatever
Yeah,
you wanna say.
timeline. That's what I mean. Like,
It's the future.
Yeah.
okay.
I have another question actually. In the book, did they have any like one of the kids?
Is this is going anywhere?
What was that kid's name? I can't think of the kid's name, but the one that
You
that
got
they
something to
made
say?
it seem like he was actually in love with.
Oh, at the
Katniss.
beginning.
Peter Malark?
No,
Oh, Gale?
Gale.
Yeah,
The
Liam
snail.
Liam
Hemsworth?
He's Chris Hemsworth's Thor brother.
Thor's
The
brother.
younger brother.
he talks about like trading with the peacekeepers. Do they actually
Yeah, they
delve
get,
into that in the book? Do they actually trade with the peacekeepers in the book, or do they only touch upon
the
it?
peacekeepers are the police. So like further out, there's some just like in real life, there's some police that are nicer than other police.
Or
So
corrupt
they're-
is even a good word because they
Yeah.
do trade. They
Yeah,
trade.
yeah, that is, it's illegal to.
do they
go
actually
hunt
do trades in the
soon.
book, or do they just talk about it?
Yeah, there's people.
I would have liked to seen a trading with the peacekeeper. I don't know why.
I mean, there's that one factory
not-
where
it-
there's that factory where she's selling her like hunting things to that person, and there's peacekeepers walking around there who are corrupt and like trade because they want food too because they're out in the boonies, so they're hungry too and they have more
so
money.
where do the next two books go? It does it not? It stops revolving around the Hunger Games.
No, there's a 75th Hunger Game which is called the Quarter Quell. So in the Quarter Quell, they changed the rules to the Hunger Games. So in the previous one that Haymitch was actually in was the 50th one, and they had 20 instead of the 24 people, it was like 48. So there's twice as many people there.
Oh, really?
And so so more people died in that one because it was
Crazy.
the 50th one to celebrate. So there's a special thing.
So every
for the
25
75th
years
one.
they change something.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, they don't change it for the exact future, but they add something new into the mix. So in the next movie, that's the 75th Hunger Games, and something happens.
Does anything involve like the daughter or her sister
Yes.
in the 75th?
No, not necessarily.
All
I
right.
mean, I don't want to give anything away because
Yeah.
people don't know how to read. So
Spoilers, people.
yeah.
So Danny here, our friend Danny Munn, I don't know. Sorry. He did not like the ending very much.
Yeah. My problem was, all right, when you read the book.
Well, did you like the ending? What'd you think of the ending?
Like when they both share the berries.
No, like the end of the
Jesus,
movie.
no,
like
the end
how
of the movie.
ended. Like
They both
hey,
shared berries at the end.
Oh, and when they're on the show.
Yeah,
No,
like,
but, like-
how the movie ended, like that they
I don't
just
remember
showed
the
up
very
and
end.
everyone cheered.
Oh,
like, and then
when
held up their
they
hands.
take the train back.
Yeah.
And then they get there and they hold up the hands and then you see what's his name
It's all a happy day. You
walking
see-
up the stairs. See, I don't think it's Happy Days because the last scene is that guy walking up the stairs.
All right, you get the president
And yeah,
Snow walking
Whoa,
away, and
whoa.
you know something bad's happening.
Let's go back to Star Wars. What happens to the end of A New Hope?
All right, yes, everyone's cheering and everything, but my problem is in the book.
And there's stairs involved.
There is stairs.
In the book, you know, everyone's sort of happy at the end, but they creep in the dark undertone of what is eventually to come better. I think.
to get better? Things
No,
are gonna get better?
No, get worse. I mean, they're
That's
gonna get worse.
and that's what I got from the movie because like it was like, oh shit, that president is gonna fuck some shit up.
Yeah, but you're still like sort of relieved that they survived.
How's
And
the soundtrack? Is there any like?
You're
Uh,
relieved that they.
it's
Thomas.
Thomas Newton Howard did the score for it, and it's
I don't-
actually a pretty good score.
They don't-
I thought it was pretty good.
Is there like some good theme music in there?
Yeah, they got a good theme for it, like a whistle thing. They whistle a lot. and that's
Whistle.
sort of the
Oh,
thing.
Are you
yeah,
bummed?
that's good.
Are you bummed out that like they didn't go into like why Snow is with his roses so much?
They don't really do that in the first book. They
Uh,
explain in the third book. They explain
Yeah.
why he has roses with him all the time.
So you
Because they don't really those scenes with Snow where he's like talking about the Hunger Games and why they have the Hunger Games to like the game maker. They don't show any of that. Like Seneca Crane, the head game master, isn't in the book at all. Really, you just
Oh, really?
You just find out in the second book that hey, Snow had him kill himself because he.
I
screwed
did
up
like
the
that
games.
was really cool. I think at the end, I liked that
by
part.
putting him in the room with the
Yeah,
Yeah, I
berries.
put
they
him in
put
the
it-
room.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
that's
this
cool.
game maker he screws up and they end up.
No,
there's
you're
supposed to
spoiling.
be-
Stop spoiling. Stop spoiling.
Well, Sandy's not gonna see it.
Well, if you're bringing that up, you gotta know why. Well,
Sandy's
he
not,
messed
but
up.
people listening.
There's a thing with the berries. They messed up. Everyone saw the movie who wanted to see it.
Yeah,
It's
come
true.
on.
That's
No
true.
one listens.
I don't really
So the
care.
guy has to kill himself, basically.
Wait, eating
Forced
berries.
suicide?
Yes,
Forced.
because he screwed up. So the president's
I like it though. They just
"Hey,
leave him in the room with the berries too. That was cool. I
What
don't
are they,
know.
poison berries?
Yeah.
boys,
Poison berry. Possible outro again, guys. Yeah. So what didn't you like about the ending?
All right, in the ending, like there's a whole storyline. There's like the love story that sort of happens throughout it, and like the main character Katniss, she throughout the book she doesn't really know she loves this PETA guy who's like saying he loves her, and then so she like just plays it up for the camera to get sponsors, like, oh, star-crossed lovers, so now send us money in the arena so we could survive. But PETA actually is legitimately in love with her. You don't really know it because it's from Katniss' perspective, and she's not really sure about it. But like PETA, you can tell throughout the book that he's actually like loves her and is falling in love with her. And then at the end, like she is like, Haymitch was like, hey, good job there, and she thanks him for helping out. And he's like, wait, all that stuff that wasn't real? You didn't actually love me or something? And then it's sort of sad that he thought she actually loved him, but he didn't. So then they just have to play it up, and then they get to the end, and he keeps going along with it just because they have to try to stay alive. But he loves her, but she doesn't love him, but he still has to play along with it, which that's pretty. That's pretty a sad thing to do. It's pretty downer.
Yeah.
Pretty fucked up. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it will.
It will resolve
into
itself.
something more.
It will
Yeah.
resolve itself.
So let me ask you a question. I knew you know the answer. When in the beginning of the movie, they saw the two of them go run out through the electric fence into the woods area there.
Yep.
Did you think dinosaurs were going to show up?
I was hoping. Did you
Then
think
I would go see
Did
it.
you think in that area that's where the games was going to be played, and he was going to show up into the games and save her in some way?
No.
Oh, all right.
Where
It's a
I don't-
huge government.
What do the games? Are the games just like in the woods or in the
It's
Coliseum
it's
or like
played
I
in
don't
like a-
understand?
It's this giant wood
It's
thing.
played
like
in
a
the
dome.
holodeck.
It's played in a biodome. Yeah, it looks like the holodeck actually, like with
Well,
the
and
roof and
then they
stuff,
can
like the
add things
seams.
to it, like
Yeah, they
can,
add their own stuff to it with these crazy computer things. Like just add these dogs. They throw like fire at people. It's
Yeah, like one point
crazy.
she was running towards the end of the map, and so to bring her back towards the middle, they had a huge fire.
You know what I don't like though?
But it looks like a. What's it look like?
It
It's
just
a
looks
woods.
like
It's
woods.
very woodsy. Yeah,
Yeah,
all
okay.
woods.
All right.
But actually, that's one thing they do touch upon it. That it's not the same arena every time.
Yep, it's not. Yeah, they mentioned that a little bit.
Well,
'Cause
like,
they
what do
don't
they-
know what they're going into.
Like they have
initially when
different
they're going.
like a desert scene.
Yeah, or like in the they actually mention it in the book. They're like, oh, one time they were in the Arctic and everything, and everyone just freezes. to
right.
death. So
I
that
heard.
sucked.
Yeah. I remember.
Yeah.
That was bad TV, so they didn't ever do that again.
Oh, so
'Cause they
everyone
wanna-
froze?
They want to.
It's yeah. Like one thing is, they say that they do this to keep the peace, but it really is just because they want the ratings for TV. They know it's one of
Yeah,
the
they want the capital people to be all happy, like,
Yeah.
oh, this is fun games and stuff. So
Would you-
it gives them their bread and circus.
What'd you
that
think of the
old,
guy
like-
playing the host there? What's his name?
Seneca Crane is the
Yeah, he was
character.
good.
They should have had that
He's
American
pretty good.
Idol
Stanley
guy.
Tucci. Oh, Seneca Crane. I thought you were talking about the other guy. Wait, what host?
The blue guy. The blue guy.
So
That guy was
yeah,
awesome.
Caesar Flickerman.
Yeah, he
played
was
by
so good.
Stanley Tucci. He was the best.
He was
Me
the
and Danny
shit.
couldn't stop talking about him on the ride home from.
See the whole thing I
Ryan
brought up.
Seacrest would have been a good host.
Oh my god, that would have been awful.
It's totally what they're satirizing is the sort of Ryan
Yeah.
Seacrest guy who's like always like, oh hey, we're coming down here, everybody's happy.
Yeah, he was really good though. The thing I brought up the roses though was really about is because like remember at the end of it he goes, I smell like roses. Oh no, that was like his first interview, wasn't it?
Oh yeah. PETA mentions
Yeah.
that too.
And I
Yeah.
thought the two were connected, but they're not. I guess.
Yeah, no, not really.
No, I don't know.
But Attic Podcast scale, what's the review?
I'll give it a 6.
6? What Attic Podcast scale?
6.
Wow, you guys are high rollers. It's not that good. It's a 5.
Wow, Danny's the first one.
I don't understand Danny anymore.
I don't know how he gets
He
his
seems
numbers.
to disagree with the
John
whatever
Carter
the
is better
consensus
than
It
this.
is. It is.
It's
Whatever
on-
Danny.
it's on
whatever
par
we
with
say,
John
Danny,
Carter.
is
On
the
par
extreme-
with. How is this on par with John Carter?
Oh, this is better than John Carter.
Way better than
Way
John
better than
Carter.
John
You
Carter.
gave
Way.
John Carter a 6.
No, I gave it a 4 or 5.
Then you did like some
objectively.
weird thing.
And then I said, as a fan, it's a 6. And as a Hunger Games fan, I think I was, except for the ending part, I thought the movie was better. Because I actually don't really like the book that much, the first book. The first book, you want to know my ratings for the books on the...
No, not really.
No.
Just go
cares.
quick.
Yeah.
Go quick. How many
All right.
books are there?
There's
3.
3 books. It's a trilogy. So first one's like a 4 or 5 out of 7. Second one, first one's a 5, then 4 or 5 for 2, and then 6.5 for the third one.
6.5.
Yeah.
You know what's gonna happen though? You are
Wow.
gonna hate the third movie. I can already tell.
Yeah. Well, I like
'Cause you told-
I like the third book better because her writing actually improved. Because the writing in the first one, it's not the best.
You told me the third one's like one of the most gory, bloody things.
Yeah.
I don't know how they're gonna do a PG-13
I don't know how they're gonna do a
third one.
PG-13 third one. I don't
Could-
think it's possible.
Could they up
You
it
know what
the
they do?
R,
Just
though?
up it to an R on the third one. Just do it.
No, they're not gonna do that.
You've already made your money on the first two.
They didn't do it for Potter. They're not gonna do it for this one.
Let's
Why?
do it for Potter.
Was Harry
The
Potter
seventh
gore?
Harry Potter one's pretty violent, man.
Yeah,
It's
but
about but it's magical violence.
Yeah,
It's not
violence.
like swords
Yeah.
and like.
It doesn't matter that it's magic. It's
Yes,
like,
it does. Yes, it does. Because
No,
you can
that-
get
no, that-
violent if it's not like.
No, you can
Swords
get,
and,
no,
like-
you can get violent if you're not killing actual human beings. But if you're killing human beings, you can't get violent.
It's as long as there's no like
Human
penetrating
violence.
trauma.
Yeah.
There's like blood gushing out. Like you can like throw people against walls and poison them and like
Yeah.
like stuff like that. And
Yeah,
it's fine.
actually, it's true because that was one of the deaths in it. This dude from District 11 killed this girl by just throwing her up against a wall a bunch of times.
and then she
kinda
just
died,
goes
yeah.
limp.
Like no blood or anything, but you know,
Yeah.
just-
Everybody
You can't
dies
show,
with their
like-
eyes open too.
penetrating trauma. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Someone got
Only
shot.
blunt.
Someone got shot by a javelin, and they didn't move at all too. And they just
it was
looked
like a little
down.
like
It's a
4-foot
blood.
girl get a javelin hurled at her, and not just like a tiny little like javelin. I'm trying to find something, but it was like thick.
It was a regular javelin.
No, it was a thick ass javelin.
I don't think it was thick.
It looked like a javelin.
It looked like a javelin.
Yeah. But anyway, she got hits with a javelin. She didn't really fall back or move at all. She's just there, looks down at it, and there's a little red
She didn't
spot
even
right
move.
there, and then she
We-
just dies.
Were you like both times like
No.
that with the little girl part, and the other time when Pete's in the cave, like he needs the medicine for both times?
Yeah.
Do you like? Were you just thinking that?
Yes.
She's
where,
gonna,
what,
what
where
happened
was
to
the
hers?
medicine she had?
Did she use it all up on her cut? I mean, yeah, you said
No,
you.
that was for a burn though. That was different.
I still would have put it on it.
No, PETA's bleeding out where also in the book PETA's like almost about to die when they decide to kill them, to possibly kill them each other to die. But so there's a little more
To
tension.
kill each other, to die,
Yeah.
to not live anymore.
Yeah. They have a suicide pact going in at the end of the movie.
Did
But,
they do the bag thing too
I-
in the book? Like
What?
when they put out the numbered bags to run out and get.
Oh
them?
yeah, they did that. But in the book, actually, she gives PETA will not leave her, so she ends up giving him like getting a medicine type thing to knock him out, so she can go get it.
Oh.
I have a question too. Was it just me, or would you not have grabbed multiple bags?
I would have grabbed multiple bags.
Right?
No, but
Like
if-
it's not a game
For
that's like,
sure.
all right, I need to win fairly. Like, if
no,
to kill
no,
people.
all right, yeah, but say that first person who grabbed a bag, if she grabbed them all, everyone would have just chased her. Like she wants to grab what she needs, get out of there, and
Yeah,
then
I
leave
guess.
everyone
But
else
nobody,
to fight.
but nobody was there. Well, when
They're
They all
probably
knew
all
someone
sitting in
was
the
there.
woods though,
Yeah.
like she was.
Like everyone showed up eventually. But
How
her-
big is this area that they're all fighting?
It's big.
oh,
Yeah.
it's huge.
Oh, I'm like
There's
thinking
24 people.
And
in a
multiple
huge
clicks in
wooded-
all
No, it's not
directions.
like a
arena.
gladiator style. Like we put you in the small
Survivor.
little.
okay.
No.
It's Survivor. Yeah.
It's Survivor,
Yeah.
man. They got to live off the land for a
Oh,
while.
they
They're stuck
go
there
they go
days.
for like it goes on for a few days. Like they sleep and it's night and they sleep there and stuff.
I liked how she tied herself into the tree.
That was cool.
Those bees are fucking cool.
Oh yeah, this one
was a
thing.
nuts
Someone
scene,
gets
yeah, it
stung,
was.
and then it just like it's all like
It's
trippy.
trippy, yeah.
Why the bees?
Yeah, they're like
Yeah.
genetically altered that release some.
I
like,
also would have liked to have
hallucinogen.
seen more.
Yeah,
Drug
hallucinogen.
bees.
drug
Ah.
bees. Yeah.
I heard
Yeah,
they play a bigger
I
part in
know
the next
it's-
Nice.
movie.
I know it's from the perspective of her, but they still do show like other shots, you know.
Yeah.
And I would have liked to have seen some stuff of like
Other tributes.
reactions of the people back at home watching.
Oh.
Fans.
Well, they showed a little bit like Katniss kisses PETA for the cameras, and then Gail's watching, and he's all like simmering.
But there were some scenes where it like would have been okay to like cut away and be like, look, people think
people are crying. They did cut to
because
one
you
riot
have
that was
because they're
going
watching
on in
it,
the
so you
district.
can have like
Yeah, that was
the
a good
TV
riot.
and you could still be able to follow
Love
the
riots.
fight while getting the reaction as well.
Yeah, but in the riot in the book, they just kill everybody. They don't try to hose them down and calm them down and like push them back. They
That
just
riot
shoot
was
everybody.
awesome.
Oh, that's a PG-13 rating.
Yeah,
right
it's
there.
PG-13. Like this book, when you get to the third book, it's kind of amazing that it's a young adult because it's violent.
Violent.
There's death.
So I have a problem actually with the movie.
Oh, thought we're moving on. What's your problem?
They hammered home like during the train ride and even when they finally got to wherever it took place, the Capitol.
Capital City.
And Woody Harrelson and like everyone else, they hammered home the supply thing or sponsor thing.
Yeah.
They hammered it home. There was only 2 instances of supplies.
And it saved their lives. PETA would be dead.
I don't.
without the
I
sponsor.
mean, I can kind of agree. Yeah, they had sponsors, but like I thought there'd be more commercialism behind it. Like,
Yeah, I didn't really like the sponsors.
Like, they're
didn't stop me.
sponsoring
At first, I thought it was going to be more commercialized.
No,
like,
it's not like a commercial sponsor.
That's what
like
I thought,
The
though,
Hunger
when it-
Games brought to you
Yeah,
by
yeah.
Raisin Bran.
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
It's more of
Wheaties. That's why I'm gonna win the Hunger.
it's more
Games.
of they get rich people around the place
Who
who,
just buy
who are
things.
betting money in the Hunger Games and like, well, I want my guy to do good, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna give money.
wait a minute. If they have money on it and they want to help, they would give more things. I feel then.
Yeah, they don't really care that much, There's a lot of rich people. They're just there to have fun. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Bunch of
Killing,
savages.
kids
know
killing
rich
each
people.
other are fun for rich people. We're coming for you, 1%.
For you.
Yeah.
All right. Sandy, you want to give it a rating for not seeing it?
Yeah, just from the hubbub.
Just from what you guys are saying, I'm gonna give it 5.5.
Wow.
Wow, that's a
not
high
bad.
rating.
Just because it sounds a little too complicated.
It's not that complicated.
No.
I don't know. There's a lot of aspects of different things, and it's just like
There's
Not
kids
really.
fighting. There's districts. There's rich people.
districts.
There's poor people.
I don't
The
like
rich
that there's
pe-
districts.
The rich people are dressed
Districts
up
are
quite
turning
Oh,
me
another
off.
big
District
part of this.
9 is
Another big part of this
I
thing
like District
is
9. Is
Lenny
District
Kra-
the
9 in
way
there?
Lenny Kravitz. That's another.
Lenny Kravitz is in
great.
Does
there?
that drive up the ratings at all for you?
He's
Lenny
great.
Kravitz is in it.
Down
Does that
a
make him
notch.
6 now?
Lenny Kravitz isn't bad. Does
He's
that
good.
help you?
He's good. I like
And they
that.
also
Oh.
had Toby Jones in it too.
And,
He's a British actor.
Yeah, he was good. And Elizabeth Banks.
And Donald Sutherland.
Elizabeth Banks.
Donald Sutherland.
Donald Sutherland.
Ah.
He was the president, right?
Kiefer's dad. Yeah,
He was good. I thought he was
Kiefer's
really good.
dad was the president.
Sweet.
Not bad.
I really liked Elizabeth Banks, so I thought she was good. They never, maybe from the books or something, what was she supposed to be? Does each district, is like an ambassador
Yeah.
of the district?
Not an ambassador, but someone who's like the chaperone almost of the whole thing. So like she's in charge of the District 12 team, and then they have their stylist with it too. Who
Yeah, Lenny Kravitz is a stylist, and like he has that gold
He's a
like
fashion
eyeshadow. Gay,
designer.
dude.
Hey, but it's
Yeah.
kind of like
Is
that
he
in real
gay
life,
in the
though.
movie?
Probably.
no, everyone. Well, he
Why do they need a stylist at all?
Because-
So they can get sponsors.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sponsors. It goes back to the
They have
sponsors thing. You have
interviews
to
and
sell
stuff.
yourself.
Bunch of hookers.
Yeah, this is the fashion designer's chance to show off their wares on these pigs for slaughter.
I liked the fashion in the movie. It made it seem futuristic and kind of different.
Yeah, it felt like
Yeah.
Brazil. The Terry
What,
Gilliam
during-
movie.
Like, everyone had really crazy colored hair and
During
like this
Carnival
crazy.
in Brazil.
Everyone looked like
What?
Lady Gaga, basically.
Nah, no one had meat on them.
Everyone looked like Lady Gaga.
I
literally.
don't know.
No, everyone looked like a cross of like Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, and like Madonna, all like smushed into one.
There was some
Everyone
cone
looked
boobs
thing-
in that.
I'm so like the whole like
Cone boobs, so
atmosphere
you
of
grab
this
the
movie
boob.
is
Just
weird
trying
to me. Where
understand
it's
what you
like
mean by cone boobs.
where it's like
Trying to
future,
grasp this whole mind behind
and like
the cone
everyone's
boobs.
all like has future fashion and stuff.
Yeah.
But they're using bows and arrows out in
Yeah,
the woods.
yeah,
and,
yeah.
like,
It's
I'm-
It's not
they,
very-
They got all these future tech stuff, and then
There's really, but
the
there's
other
re-
people are living in squalor and stuff, and they want a good show, so they don't want to use guns and lasers in the arena. They want people to like bloodily beat each other.
Yeah, it's about survival more than, I mean, it's about winning, but it's also about survival.
It's about a show.
It's
man.
not super heavy into the technology. Like the trains.
There's hovercrafts and stuff.
Yeah, the train, but like you don't see anyone walking around with cool gadgets.
And,
The
like,
the really only technical part is when they're in the hub for setting up the games.
Yeah, and also like we said, there was like the splicing that they did with like DNA and stuff, and like the like there's the Mockingjay thing is actually like a splicing of blue jays, I think,
Yeah.
and like mockingbirds, and they like genetically splice.
do a
them
lot of
together.
genetic-
Yeah.
A lot
Yeah,
of
there's a lot of genetic
genetics.
manipulation going on.
All right,
there.
we're gonna move on though. Moving on.
All right, so what's on tap next?
Well, we'll do a quick one on Core.
Legend of Korra sequel to Avatar. I've
Oh,
seen the
Jesus.
series. It was amazing. One of the best pilots from a cartoon since Young Justice. Go on.
I liked it a lot. I didn't like it at first. Like 50 minutes through the first. I didn't like it until 50 minutes in the first one.
Come on, you've got the bear
dude.
dog.
Before they said a polar
Nagas.
bear dog, I'm
Polar
like,
bear
that thing
dog?
looks like a polar bear / dog.
And then it's a polar bear.
Yeah, that's
dog.
what it was. I was
Yeah,
like,
and then
wow.
there's flying bison too.
Yeah, I liked it though. It was really good.
Yeah, I also like this is a new thing they're having that there's like pro benders. So in the series, the original series is like earth, air, water, fire, and they're pretty much martial artist guys who control these elements. But so now it's set like 70 years in the future from the previous series, so it's like almost 1920s Japan. So there's these like arena type battles that happen in it, and people are like fighting.
Yeah, that was
using
kind
the
of
elements.
cool.
And it looks cool and stuff.
Do they learn? Does she ever gonna learn like the steel bending, or is it just the elemental bendings?
Probably not learn steel bending because steel bending's like a specific talent that sort of people have. So it's almost like it's 1920s Japan almost because it's the anime's thing, and then like the music is all like crazy like jazz almost.
I don't know if I'd call it jazz.
It's
but
jazzy, a lot of it.
I don't know about that. But
Oh come on! When the fight's going on, she's being chased through the city with these gangster guys and stuff.
yeah,
It's not like Oriental music.
It's Oriental jazz. Though,
Yeah.
is what
That.
I'm
All
saying.
right.
Oriental jazz.
All right.
how about
I'm
that?
fine with Oriental jazz now.
But like the animation quality is really good.
It's
for, like, a
really good.
television
So
It
let's
looks
show.
get
so
what's the movie about though?
It's a
It's a show.
show.
And
Or
then
show,
It's an
whatever.
animated show.
what's
on
the-
Nickelodeon?
What's this episode about? Like is it a new
Alright,
show?
Yeah,
It's
new
a new
series.
show.
New series.
Yeah, so in the previous show, there's this avatar who is like the living embodiment of like the spirits and all these elements, and they keep balance between the spiritual and the regular world, and also the four nations: earth, air, water, fire. But the air nation was destroyed in the previous series, so they're all extinct pretty much, except for Tenzin, who's voiced by J.K. Simmons, who is a descendant of the previous avatar. So like each time, almost like in Buddhism with the Dalai Lama and stuff, each person's reincarnated into a different body.
Mm-hmm.
And so they've found this new avatar who knows all the other elements except air and needs to learn it from this guy Tenzin. So then she goes to this capital city, which is like the mecca of the entire world, and like is there to learn airbending to become the avatar to keep peace throughout the world.
I mean, it's not like it's more for an adult audience. There is some like stupid kids in this too, but
like
it's
the
very
first
adult.
series was much more kiddie, and this one way more adult. But there's a lot of humor, like you were saying.
Yeah, with the dog.
Yeah, the
That
dog.
was funny.
And then there's the one kid, like they're all meditating,
Oh,
and then
yeah,
like she
yeah.
can't like sit still, and she's like, he's meditating too, and then she's like, no, he's not, he's asleep, and he shows him asleep, and he's like, well, at least he got the calm down.
It's
This is cool.
is it anime?
It's anime. It's not complete anime, but it's
Like
definitely
American anime?
Yeah, it's Americanized anime.
Gotcha.
It's good. You guys should check it out. Check out one episode.
Nah.
Why?
Probably
What's your
not.
problem?
Yeah. Do you
I
like
got beef.
cartoon?
What's
What's
your
your
beef?
Tell me your beef.
It's like a Kobe beef.
All right.
What?
What's
I
your
don't
beef?
know what you're talking about.
My beef?
Yeah.
I
doesn't
I
like
say that.
cartoons.
It's like
This
a
is
grade
beef.
A,
You,
right?
you see them all though. You see all the movie
Grade A
cartoons.
prime
I see
rib.
the movies?
Yeah, you're always seeing Romeo and Juliet and Laura.
But
Oh,
it's,
I've
you
seen
sit through something for an hour and it's with his girlfriend. Like it's acceptable.
Yeah, but you have to sit through this cartoon for an hour, and it's good.
Actually, it's regularly
a half hour.
a half hour. So there's 2
I don't know.
episodes in this one. They're online right now at coronation.com. Check it out.
Are they all gonna be up there?
Yeah, they'll probably all be up there, but it's
But that's committing to something
it's
on a weekly
premiering.
basis.
It's premiering on Nickelodeon April 14th. So just to let everybody know,
Thanks, Danny. What time is it gonna be on?
or Saturday morning.
Oh,
I don't know what time.
all right.
Oh, it's a Saturday morning cartoon?
Yeah, but April 14th it will be
And
the
I'm
2
never gonna
episodes you already
see that.
saw.
No.
Why Thundercats is on Saturday morning now, which also had its second season premiere, which was okay.
Because I'm
Wait.
drinking Friday nights. I don't wake up Saturday mornings. What the hell?
Way too
You don't want to be
hungover.
part of the Disney one Saturday morning?
Well, you can
No,
always
what the F?
you can always go
What's
back and
that?
check it out on demand.
I don't have on demand, dude.
Yeah, you do.
I
Yeah,
know.
Yeah, you do.
He's such a liar.
All right, we're gonna do Mass Effect.
It's a good game. I enjoy it. It's not RPG.
So where are you guys
No,
both at the
Tim
same
Sandy has also bought in Mass Effect 3.
Yeah, I did a lot of catching up. I'm 10 hours deep. I checked my hours before I
Oh,
came here
nice.
because every time I talk about any game I play, Danny asks how many hours.
I don't know how many hours I'm in.
You suck. You're good.
You
You're
were-
good in my book. You suck.
I haven't
Phil
played in a
Charlie.
while, though.
Did you play the DLC?
No,
Oh, actually, I did. I just got the DLC.
Did you?
I don't
Yes.
know. Basically, I get the gist that like The Alliance is probably pissed
got
off
an
because you
alien.
worked for Cerberus.
Oh no, not that DLC. I thought were you talking about the Mass Effect 3 DLC or Mass Effect 2 DLC?
Well,
That
either,
connected
either
the
one.
two
I meant
games.
3, but either one.
Oh, you meant 3?
There's
Yeah.
one that's
Oh, I
Arrival.
thought you meant the like Link one.
No, did you
between-
do the Link one?
No, but I'm saying.
No, I didn't either.
basically-
Yeah,
I know.
it's you can kind of get the gist. You don't really know why, but you get the gist of what's going on.
No, the Link one, they're not mad at him because he worked for Cerberus. They're mad that he like blew up a Batarian colony or something and like killed them as they were about like hurtling towards like Earth or something. So
Yeah.
now he's in jail. He got tried and then
For saving Earth from a hurtling
I don't.
asteroid,
He
basically.
got put in jail by somebody. I don't really know.
He wasn't
I didn't
really in
play it.
jail. He was more like
House arrest.
yeah, it was
I
like
don't
house
know.
arrest in the Citadel.
Everyone was
Could have
all,
made a teen romp out of that.
the aliens were mad at him while the humans were all happy. I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't play the
I
game.
played the Mass Effect 3 DLC actually. It was good. I liked it, and now I got a Prothean on my team. That's cool as shit.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah, I heard he's good though.
Aren't they all collector guys?
No.
No.
What do the Protheans look like?
Are the Protheans collectors? Yes, they are.
Yeah, they are.
They're those insect
told me that
people,
a
right?
while ago.
Yeah, they do kind of look like insects. They have
Not
like
the
two eyes
Drell,
here,
though.
and like two eyes
Yeah.
here.
Not the Drell though. They
No,
are
not the Drell.
insecty.
No, I think they're fishy.
Yeah, I'd
You're
say
right,
they're more of
you're
a
right, yeah.
fish.
More
Yeah.
But they got
amphibious.
gills and stuff. Yeah, they are
Alright,
fish.
fine.
No, and now I have Prothean on my team, and he's pretty badass.
Pretty
I only have 4 people on my
badass.
team.
I mean,
I
team.
see everyone. I've seen Miranda. I've seen the Drell guy.
Oh
I
yeah,
saw,
you saw
Thane.
I
Miranda.
saw Grunt.
Wait a minute. Have you actually played the part with
Wait,
Thane?
did you say you saw Grunt?
Yeah,
Krogan?
yeah.
Yeah.
Does that mean what's his face is dead?
Who?
Who's the Krogan in the first one?
Oh,
That doesn't matter.
I didn't play the first one, so
Yeah.
it automatically says he's dead for me.
Well, Nick has him on his squad. What's his name? What's
Rex.
the Krogan? Rex. Yeah, Nick has Rex in his team right now.
You gotta be fucking kidding! Oh, I'm so
What,
pissed off.
Rex is dead for you?
Ugh.
You guys are playing the worst game ever. Rex is one of the greatest characters.
He is
ever,
hands down
and
one of
you're
the greatest
stuck with
characters
Grunt?
ever.
I don't even
played
know
the
who he
first game.
is.
No, listen to this. I played the first game and I'd found out from you that he can die. So I made sure I saved it right before it was about to happen.
And he's still dead.
And I saved the game and I went back and I had to play it like 3 different times just to keep him alive. And then I lost all my save data on my friggin' hard drive, and I have a new hard drive. So I only, so anything I did in the first Mass Effect is completely wiped out. I'm only playing like Sandy is from second to third.
No, but can't you get to pick?
Not
what
with
your
that. You get to
house-
pick like who lives, like whether or not it's
Rex.
Caden or Ashley that lived in the first one, and you
Kill
get to
them
kind of
both.
pick kind of stuff like that. You don't get to
I
pick.
didn't pick any of that.
Kill them both. Oh, how'd you get
Yeah.
in the game? You just went with like
It just automatically said to me, this happened. Anything I wasn't involved with, it picked.
no, but you could
I get to pick my home planet and whatever. And
no, but like in the second game when they ask you like about what happened in the first game, right? You can say no, that didn't happen. Did you just always repeat?
I don't remember them asking me that. I don't remember
It-
giving an option to say
Hey,
that
my
Rex
question
lived.
Oh,
in
at
it.
the
is
beginning of
Kate-
the second one, they don't ask you, "Hey,
No,
let's go back."
I can answer this question. Is Caden or Ashley on your team?
Caden is in the hospital, I think. Is that the guy that's in the
Okay.
hospital?
He chose Ashley to die.
Okay, but at the beginning of 2, there's this whole
Yeah.
dialogue option that comes up, and they ask you about stuff that happened previously in the game, and you can say no, that didn't happen, and change what actually happened.
I don't even remember that.
It's a dialogue option that happens. It's within a dialogue thing.
Oh.
Yeah. So
You're missing
I don't. Did you say you saw Miranda?
Yeah.
What the hell?
What, you haven't seen Miranda
She-
yet?
She's dead.
She emailed me.
Dude, does everyone kill in your game? Do you have to like bang
Is everyone
Miranda?
kill in
Did
your
you-
game? I hope
I
they
didn't-
kill.
I-
I need them to kill.
Did you bang
I'd
Miranda?
die if they
I
didn't
didn't
kill.
bang her. It wouldn't. I talked to her
Oh.
like nonstop in the second game. It wouldn't let me
Nick
bang her.
banged Miranda and she showed up, and then you didn't bang her and she still showed up. Your game, just everyone's dead for you, man.
She's just there's
How do you know she's
there's a
dead?
part where like which I don't really like. In the first one, you could like talk to. Fuck it. Anyway, there's somebody that just says to you anytime you go into like the main room where the map is, she'll say, "Hey, Commander, this person wants to speak with you."
Yeah.
Down in there in the quarters or up in your room. So it was like, go see Garrus. I went down to see Garrus. And there's a wall behind him of a
It's
list
all
of
the
all
dead
the dead
guys?
people. And I look at it, Miranda Lawson. I'm like, she definitely lived through my game. Why is she dead?
I didn't see that wall. It's
Wait,
in that
is
room
your-
where he
is
hangs
your
out.
2 to 3 save?
No, it's not in the room where he hangs out. there's one part where he asks to speak with you, and he's standing in front of it.
Now, do you still have your 2 to 3 save, right? That
Yes.
carried over?
Yes.
All right. That's weird then. You must have done something.
Must have done something.
It's kind of disappointing I don't have my first one. Me, Tim, and Danny made
Do you have Liara
our
on your
character,
squad?
and that was like the best
Yeah.
looking dude we ever made. Like the huge scar across the face,
Oh,
like
yeah,
the
like-
ugliest dude you've ever seen in your entire life.
Is
That was pretty
anybody
ugly.
playing Fem Shep?
No,
Who?
Fem Shep.
Female Shepherd? Fem Shep?
Oh, I have that.
You're playing a female Shepherd?
Yeah, because you guys said to.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
he is playing. A
How is it going?
I don't know. It's like.
I don't know.
Do you
Alright,
like-
I don't know
how
what
do you
the
like
guy
it?
shepherd is. I don't know. I just
Do you
did it
like
'cause
her
you
voice
like-
acting though? You think she's good?
She's all right. I know it doesn't affect me at all. She's.
You just skip dialogue a lot? Like, I don't care what you're saying.
No, I don't skip dialogue.
You learn a lot from dialogue. No reason to skip.
Yeah.
You could.
I have the subtitles on. And I read it and then I hit.
Yeah.
And then I skip it
Oh.
because they talk too slow.
I skipped over the whole like first Citadel part of the game because it's exactly the demo. So I just like ran through it. I'm like, I already know what's gonna happen.
Maybe that's why Miranda's dead. You said something wrong at the beginning there.
Maybe. No. Why would that have anything to do with what I said to the Citadel?
Hey, the game works in mysterious ways.
It does.
The game works a mistake.
So I haven't beat it yet, but maybe when I beat it, I will have a different ending than most.
Yeah, because everyone's dead.
You'll be by yourself.
game's gonna
You'll
be
lose the war because everyone's dead.
No, they're
How-
changing.
How's your galactic readiness?
It's all right. Have you
You're-
played any
you're all
multiplayer yet?
No.
No. I enjoy the hell out of multiplayer.
I don't even know if I'm gonna play anymore.
Wait, what do you mean they're changing the ending?
They're changing the ending.
They're saying they're gonna address the ending in future DLC. They're not saying what they'll change or what's going on, but there's DLC coming.
Because there was a huge uprising.
Yeah, I know
against
there's people who hated the
there's
ending,
petitions
but
and
I didn't.
stuff.
I never heard that they're gonna
They
actually.
threatened
they
to
are.
protest outside BioWare and nobody showed up.
Yeah, I
Like
just
all good internet kerfuffles.
So Shepard must die.
I never heard of anyone actually saying they're gonna do something though with it.
Yes, someone at BioWare said they're addressing it.
I read it the other day on the
Through
That's
internet.
awful. You can't do. If
Well,
people
who knows what they're
complain
gonna
about
do?
an ending,
Who knows what
you
they're
just
gonna
change
do?
it.
No, it's all right. It's not really. It's addressing the ending. They're coming out with DLC. So like, if you're happy with the ending,
Don't
that's
buy
it.
the DLC.
You don't have to. You know,
What does
if
that
you're like,
mean
I
that-
need the ending to be addressed. There's the DLC ready for you.
Why? There's like a hole in the story, basically.
I don't know. And Danny, I maybe
The-
read something somewhere. Please don't spoil it.
What I heard from people is they didn't get an option they thought their shepherd would have taken, so that's why they're mad because they thought the shepherd I played, he's not acting as my shepherd would. You didn't give me that option. So
Oh
that's
yeah,
why
I
I'm
did hear
mad.
that.
Yeah.
That's people's problem. So yes, they have an
That's
ownership
the
over their
beef.
character, and yes, they have a
Where's
reason
the
to say that.
beef?
But also, from the perspective of the game makers, they have a story to tell. They should be able to tell that story
The way
and
they want it.
just like
exactly.
what the story they have planned, and also for the future Mass Effect universe, because this universe is not going anywhere. It's the next Star Wars.
It's not.
Exact-
There's already an iPad game which you should play.
There are multiple
Why
iPad games, like whatever.
I probably won't play it
Why not?
because I didn't play Mass Effect games.
It doesn't matter. You don't really need to.
It's a dumb iPad game. Don't play it.
I'm not gonna play it
Why not?
'cause I'm only gonna play good iPad games.
Fuck you!
Ah.
I'll fucking smack your teeth out your face.
All right, I think that's gonna bring us to the end of the attic.
Yep. Thank you
Yay!
for watching.
Yeah,
We love you all very much.
All right, one person does, not everyone.
Oh, hold on. Follow us on Twitter at Attic Podcast. Like the podcast too. Share it on the Facebooks and
Yep.
the Twitters and the Digs and the Reddits.
We're
and
on
all that other stuff.
iTunes. If you don't want to go through iTunes,
Review us on iTunes. please.
atticpodcast.podbean.com. And we're on
It's
YouTube
just
now.
atticpodcast.com, man. Don't confuse people.
Oh, atticpodcast.com. We're on iTunes. We're on YouTube now. So
Yeah,
search Attic
it's
Podcast.
YouTube /Attic Podcast.
Yeah.
And you'll find a video of this very
Yeah.
podcast.
So now we're on there. So,
Yep. All right.
thank you.
See you guys.